from the Toyota Mobile Observatory in Pompey. This has been a rough going so far, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So there's the comet again. We had some challenging problem going live. Problems. The Samsung Galaxy that we got just for this purpose is giving me 0 speed upload, but my cell phone is giving me 40 megabit per second upload. We're going to be doing some debugging and figuring out what is going on. We're talking about two devices not connected to anything. Just turn them on, connect them to the cell tower. Both of them give about 300-400 megabits per second download, but one is giving 0 upload and the other is giving very good healthy upload. So that's what we're going with. If anybody can hear me, of the 9 concurrent viewers, if you are seeing a good image with no buffering, would you be kind enough to say so? And if you're saying if you have nothing good to say, please don't say anything. Hello, Tater. Well, thank you very much. This has been a very frustrating hour. Hello, Michael King. Thank you. We have a fairly elaborate setup. Don't know if you saw the video. The Toyota Mobile Observatory. John, you're getting buffering. Okay. It's telling me I have a clean signal here. Let's go with the majority. We have 2 who don't see buffering, 1 who sees buffering, so we'll say there is no buffering. Sorry about that. This is the 3rd time I find myself with things not working as intended. The settings could be improved upon, but at this point I'm not going to attempt to do that. The only change to the image that you should see now is the red square on the right. There should be a white circle going around it. Let me see if I can get you a sign that we are indeed alive. I'm going to open a few control windows. Okay, here's the histogram. I just opened the histogram and then I'm going to close it. I'm playing the stream back from YouTube. I'm pulling it back, and I just saw the histogram open and close. Michael, Tater, did either of you see the histogram open and close? Okay. I mean, deep sky astrophotography is essentially watching paint dry. I do not have a microphone. I'm using the built-in mic in the laptop. We will fix that in the future. Thank you, Michael. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so we can bring you more of those wonders of the heavens. John, I had to drop the data rate all the way down to, sorry, the frame rate to 10 frames per second, since we really do not need to be going 60 or 120 frames per second, and that saves a lot of bandwidth. But right now my big challenge is to find out why my Samsung Galaxy is giving me 0 upload. Pompey is in upstate New York, 13.1 miles southeast of Syracuse. So it is the United States of America. Where are you, John? We have quite a few friends in Scotland. I visited Scotland often when I was doing my postgraduate study in Manchester. Yeah, I enjoyed 3 years in Manchester. Well, enjoy is a strong word. I survived 3 years. Actually, we were in Salford, in Pendleton, in Greater Manchester. But we did spend quite a bit of time. Went to Edinburgh several times, Glasgow a couple of times. I still remember the trip to Glasgow when a storm brought down several trees on the railroad track, and we stopped the train and we sat there and waited for hours to clear the track. Right now, looking at the sky here, Venus is extremely bright, staring at us. The comet is not visible to the naked eye, but it certainly is very bright in the telescope. The one thing that I plan to do right away is to stop this capture and change the filter and go back at it. I want to see very well. Okay, that's what I expected. Settings, enhance off, and filter. Astro is what I want, and I want to go back to the same capture settings. So we're going to look at it 3 ways tonight: the visible spectrum, and then infrared, and then dual band. Okay, this is infrared. Very, very bright immediately. I mean, this is one frame stacked. 30 frames or so, and then hop over to the dual band. Right now the comet is quite a bit higher than Venus. Venus is about to set. Anti-tail is starting to show. All right. There's one target I want to try with the dwarf 3, and that is the Lagoon Nebula. Let us look first at the comet in dual band. Very well. Filter, dual band, same settings, presets, let's do it. I do not have the telescope on an equatorial mount. Not knowing whether I needed to be looking manually for the comet. It's easier to search in Alt as than to search in Equo. Interesting. Okay, this is the dual band. Again, one frame. Let's see if it will let us do Lagoon. Very well. Let's go Atlas. No, we need to end the session. Sorry about that. Okay. For those who just joined us, if you're here to look at the comet, please move the slider in your YouTube and you should be able to see it. There are a couple of summer targets that I don't want to lose, that I could not image with dwarf before. They are all in the same neighborhood. Lagoon, Eagle, Trifid. Alright, this is Lagoon. Definitely need the dual band filter here. And let's go with the presets and see how well it's going to build it. Wow, this is the first frame. This is indeed a beauty. We're not going to be able to do justice to any of those very beautiful targets. I'm going to hop from one to the other every 10 minutes or so, just so I can see them all quickly. We're losing them for the season. What instrument did you use, John? What equipment? Okay. Yeah, Seestar is my go-to telescope when it comes to deep sky objects, especially those that fit within the field of view. Yesterday we ran a side-by-side comparison between Seestar and DWARF. Looked at M15 and then M31, moved on to M45, and then we did the C63, the Helix Nebula. That one looked very, very beautiful. And then as Seestar sat on the moon, DWARF 3 looked at the Heart Nebula with the fish head, and then Seestar looked at the fish head side by side with DWARF 3. And then we capped the night by capturing a transit of the International Space Station over the moon. Tomorrow morning at, I believe, 10:40 a.m. Eastern Time, I will attempt to capture an International Space Station transiting the Sun. So that's tomorrow morning, 10:41 a.m. Please join me. All right, I'm going to hop off Lagoon and try to see if we can get to Eagle and then Trifid. Trifid is going to be small for the field of view. End current session. Stop. Thank you. Atlas. They should all be in the same neighborhood. What might be interesting to do now is to go wide angle for the fun of it. Let's see if it's going to let me do that. Wide angle. Wide angle. I'm gonna go, since we don't have any filters here, let's see what that will give us. Tonight I'm using the DWARF 3. The utility pole is bright only because a car is passing by. I promise it'll go dark soon. Let me see if we can look a bit higher here. Tomorrow for the ISS, I'll have both. This morning we captured the ISS over the moon with both. Actually, DWARF 2 and Seestar. Seestar, I made an operator error in recording the video in RAW. That gave me only 10 frames per second. If I had stored it as MP4 as opposed to AVI, it would have given me 30 frames per second, but don't know how different the quality of the picture would have been. I'm going to need to move that scope a bit higher to get rid of the utility pole. 1 second. You should be able to do it in the Atlas. Let's stop this. and current session. Let's go Atlas. We were looking at M8. Let's go back to M8. So we need to go up here. That should take care of the utility pole, I hope. Plus we're seeing the Milky Way. Wowee. Wide angle. For those who just joined us, this is the Toyota Mobile Observatory. Huh. We still have the utility pole and the Milky Way. We need to move a bit further up. Let's do that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get rid of the utility pole. It is the Dwarf 3, yes. As you can see, it's showing us the Milky Way. M8 again. And if we go up all the way here, let's see if that will fix the problem. I'm using manual as opposed to one step go to automatic. Yeah, Dwarf 3 has quite a few nice features. Vespera is one telescope that never appealed to me. Alright, we're going to suffer that utility pole, I guess. But we certainly have the Milky Way showing nicely. Tesla, I bought a Stellina 3 years ago, and then when they came up with the Vespera, it was a step down from the Stellina, and it did not fit in my grand scheme of things. I had just gotten the Seestar, and the Vespera was identical specifications to the Seestar. Same sensor, same field of view, same aperture, 4 times the price. Did not see the urge to get it with Stellina. I still turn to Stellina at least once or twice a week. Stellina is the only smart scope where the sensor mechanically rotates to avoid field rotation. Built-in dew heater, built-in autofocuser obviously, built-in rain sensor. It will shut down if it starts raining. Plus it has a 6 megapixel sensor compared to 2 for Vespera, and it has a 3-inch aperture, 85 millimeters, which means it's capturing at least twice as much light as either Seestar or Vespera. If you decide you want to buy the DWARF 3, you can get the $10 discount by using Pompey Observatory as your discount code. To avoid forgetting how to use them, I rotate among my telescopes. I get to use each one of them once a week at least. I'm looking to buy a cloud filter that will allow me to use them more often. We should be getting our cloud filter sometime in the spring. It's called a radio telescope. I'm liking that Milky Way very much. And you can see the utility pole is moving as the scope moves. Okay, I'm gonna go to M16. They are all setting very close to the horizon at this point. closest to the Eagle Nebula. I want to see if Dwarf 3 does. Okay. We're going tele, dual band. The reason I'm using only the 1560 4K is I've taken darks for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Yeah, the eagle looks tiny. I got a very, very beautiful image of the Eagle Nebula with the Stellina. It fit the field of view almost perfectly. And we seem to be getting some banding here. Hi, Pico. Pico, please meet Michael. He is from Glasgow. Michael, Pico is from Aberdeen. Or I should say Aberdeenshire. Pico, if you slide your slider on your YouTube player to the beginning, we had a good 15-20 minutes worth of the Comet. It looks very nice. I don't know if they have the dithering implemented yet. Hello, Peter. We did the Comet earlier this evening, about 45 minutes ago. I'm trying to go through the bunch of nebula. We did M8, the Lagoon, and then we did the Milky Way in that neighborhood. Came out very nice, complete with the utility pole. Now we're doing M16, and then I'm going to hop onto M17 and then M8. These are all summer targets that we're going to lose soon. And the soon is likely to be in the next 15 minutes because they're very close to the horizon. So I'm not spending much time on any of them. Just to get a feel for what Dwarf 3 could do given enough time, and that'll be next spring's project. Yeah, the Milky Way was a bonus. I was not expecting it, but we were certainly looking in that vicinity. John, yesterday we went 10 hours. We started at 7 p.m. and we stayed live till 5 a.m. till we captured the transit. Most times the sessions are interrupted by one of two things. Either I fall asleep or clouds move in. You will not find many YouTube channels where the host falls asleep on the job, but we do that often. Yes, we would. I have not found another channel on YouTube that goes live with multiple instruments on any given night or day, imaging the heavens and testing things all the time. Every single time there's something new that we are testing. Alright, that should be all for now for M16. Hello, Paveway. DWARF has an interesting feature that Seestar does not. Namely, once you calibrate it at the beginning, it will go to targets all night long without any problem. Again, this is one frame, and we're already seeing incredible detail of the Omega Nebula. For those who just joined us, Peter, Paveway, Pico, if I sound rushed tonight, I am. I'm literally sitting inside my Toyota Camry in a cemetery, trying to take a final quick look at summer targets that are setting. Those who have known the channel for a while know very well that I like to sit about an hour on each target to do justice. Right now we are at Bortle 4 with a qualifier. It really is a lot darker here than in Bortle 4 because no street lights and no neighbors, no house lights. We live in farm country. It's probably closer to Bortle 3 than Bortle 4, but it's officially Bortle 4. I don't have a full moon yet, Dallas. Power station, I use the Ryobi power adapter. I plug a 6 amp hour battery and it generates both USB and 120 volts, and it runs me for about 12 hours. Yeah, Ryobi is a lot less expensive than Jackery, and the batteries are very good. And then when I'm done here, I use them on my chainsaw and lawnmower and all the other equipment that use Ryobi batteries. I posted a video a couple of days ago that shows the construction of my Toyota Mobile Observatory. Includes links to the 2 Ryobi chargers that I use. Don't know how much you paid for your Jackery. I paid $19.95, as in $19.95 for the Ryobi charger. Batteries were on sale. I bought the 2 batteries with their charger for $69, I think. M20 is the last one here for tonight, and then I'm gonna head home and then resume from there. See, we need Atlas first. expected this one to be tiny. So we did M8, M20, M16, M17. That should be all the nebula in that neighborhood. Ah, M57, while tiny, the ring nebula may allow us a good look at the Milky Way. Okay, M13 is there, definitely worth looking at. What is bottom left if we're looking at Trifid? That is Lagoon. The bottom left of Trifid is the Lagoon Nebula. Well, you are seeing what the 3 can do. Let me show you one more thing it can do. We're going to go to M13. Yeah, the bottom left was the Lagoon Nebula. Stop and take us to M13, please. Hello. Okay. I'm going to take leave of my dead neighbors here. Pack. And then see you again when I go back live on the other end. shows 13. All right, we will see you soon. So long from the cemetery for now. I'm gonna tear down and then set up when I get back home.